Rahul, thank you so much for having me on your show. Namaskar to all my fellow panelists and to your viewers. Very pertinent question you ask. Why shouldn't you believe this? Fair point. If there exists whatever the terms you use, latent, Khan market, ecosystem, does the Honorable Home Minister of India have the spine of a molten eclair that he cannot break it? Now 8 years he's been in power. Stop blaming the opposition. Stand up, own up and take some responsibility. The BJP spokesperson here in the studio with me is patting his back and saying, no, we acted against the BJP spokeswoman. No, you did not act against her until your government cowed down with its tail between its legs when countries like Afghanistan and Pakistan started lecturing India. You were scared of countries like Afghanistan and Pakistan, and that's what forced you to take action, my friend. Do not come here and lie to the citizens of India, because we are not fools. If you were serious about taking actions, if you believe 1% in the unity and integrity of India, the first person you would have taken action against was, as Sushmita Dev said, against Dilip Ghosh. You would have taken action against Adityanath ji, who was telling us the caste of Hanuman ji. You would have taken action against Mahesh Sharma ji, who was insulting Masita on the floor of the house. You wouldn't have taken Naresh Agarwal in your party, who on the floor of the house said such derogatory things that Arun Jaitley had to get up and said this man should be arrested. Far from being arrested, you took him in the party and gave his relatives tickets. So you are hypocrisy ki jo seema, as Modi ji says. To the second point that I want to speak about, this filmmaker. Look, Rahul, any film, any poster is not an act of coincidence. It's an act of science and design. The fact is that this poster was put out there to generate a reaction. If art, and I don't believe art should be censored, I don't believe news channels should be censored, but the intention should be seen. If the intention is only cheap publicity in social media,
what do you think it was? What do you think it was?
I'm coming to that. Exactly what I'm coming to. If you think if the intention is social media publicity, social media attraction, it deserves to be condemned. But here comes the second hypocrisy.
No, so I'm asking you, didn't answer my question. Do you think this was born out of a publicity stunt?
In a country where we have the economy shrinking, where we have the Prime Minister that's disappeared, the only thing we're discussing is a poster about a fictional movie that will not release.
Because it has the potential. You know, there was a MP from the TMC yesterday, and they said we won't act till, there hasn't been that kind of outrage. The implication was till people didn't take to the streets, burn cars, perhaps go out there and hurt other people physically. There's no real need to arrest Mahua Moitra. Just trying to tell you. And I think you might have actually heard those comments. So Tehseen Poonawalla, I'm asking you this. I want you to tell me, do you believe that this lady, and we are not here to, crucify anybody, but since you're getting into the intent, was she here to deliberately provoke?
If her intent was to bring about a societal change, she would have, with the controversy generated, come out and explain what that poster means. The fact that she's going on provoking is she's enjoying this attention.